Hello. Hi, is this on? It's not on. Hello. It's taking some time to warm up. They are off. Oh, no, there they go. Can you lower it just a bit? That's fine. The kids were in here messing with it? Yeah. All right, we're good. We're good. Thank you. I'm Jose Huizar. This is the Planning and Land Use Management Committee. Been joined by Council Pro Tem and Pro Tem, right? Is that the Pro Tem, Mr. Englander, Councilmember Gil Cedillo, and we will now go to item number 3. Where's the public speaking card box, please? Can you pass it over? Sorry. Item number 3, we have no cards. We will put that on consent. Item number 6, the report from Director of Planning, we will receive and file. And I think we could go to item number 1 now.
Sure. Item 1 is communication from the mayor relative to the reappointment of Esther Marguiles to the West LA APC.
All right. Esther Marguiles, is that correct?
Close enough.
How would you say?
Margulies.
Marguiles. Okay, sorry. Welcome, and this is a reappointment to the West Los Angeles Area Planning Commission. Anything you'd like to share with the committee on this reappointment?
No, I'd just like to say it's been my pleasure to serve since last August.
Can you pick up the microphone,
Sure.
please? Yeah.
How's that? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
I would just like to say it's been very interesting and my pleasure to serve on this commission since August of 2014.
Good. Anything you see in the processes that you think are not working in the system?
That you'd like to discuss today?
Sure.
No, I would say in our commission we have a good and productive dialogue with our city planning department and our city attorney, and I will look to continue those discussions at our hearings.
Do you think there's proper community input on this, on the processes that we have?
Absolutely.
Too much of it? Too little?
It is very robust. I feel like we have good representation.
Everybody's amiable. Thank you very much. We will forward this to full council. When?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Can you make it tomorrow and miss work again?
Thank you.
Yes, you could. You could miss work again. Tomorrow.
This is all part of my work. It's good.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so ordered. See you in council tomorrow. Item number 2.
Item 2 is a communication from the mayor relative to the reappointment of Jacqueline Orozco to the South LA APC.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Mr. Orozco, and this is an appointment to South Los Angeles Area Planning Commission. Anything you'd like to share with the committee in your short time on this commission?
Nothing other than to say that I continue to just be honored and humbled to be part of the process and to serve on the commission.
Great, thank you. This is tomorrow as well?
No, next Wednesday, June 24th.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
See you then, Mr. Orozco. Thank you. No, she used to work for me. Item number 4.
Item 4 is a planning commission zone change ordinance for a 77-unit mixed-use project with 7 very low-income units in CD11.
Okay. Staff here on a brief overview on the project, please.
Good afternoon. I don't want to repeat what was just said, but yes, it's a zone change ordinance for the construction of a mixed-use development. The project is duly zoned, the project site, so the overall land use designation is general commercial. Therefore, the requested zone change to TQC21 would be consistent with the land use designation reflected in the adopted community plan. On its meeting on April 23, 2015, the City Planning Commission approved a 35% density bonus a site plan review, and approved and recommended that the City Council adopt the zone change. And recommend that the City Council adopt the mitigated negative declaration and associated mitigating monitoring program for the reference project. With that, I'm available for any questions should you have them.
Great, thank you. Jonathan Lohner?
Good afternoon, council members. Jonathan Lohner, 9619 National Boulevard. I just wanted to thank staff, both at the council office as well as city planning. This project has been a labor of love, both for us as well as the applicant, and the design that was forwarded through working with the council office as well as planning staff is really one that will allow for a legacy project for the owner of this property. I know you have some proposed conditions, modifications, and additions to both the Q and T conditions for this property. We've reviewed those and are in support as long as they comply with city attorney, I think minus number 10 on the Qs.
Terry Kaufman, Macias City Attorney's Office. That's correct. The proposed draft condition 10 billboard removal is violates the Outdoor Advertising Act unless you pay just compensation. So that is not a constitutional condition and it needs to be deleted.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
What number was that? 10. Okay. All right. And Council District, is there a representative here from Council District 11?
Good afternoon, council members. Chris Robertson, Planning Deputy for Councilmember Mike Bonin of the 11th District. I'm excited to be here today to support the project before you. This happens to be the first zone change request that the councilman has supported since he's taken office. As many know, we take these requests very seriously. The councilman is committed to concentrating density along major commercial corridors, near employment centers, and near major transit hubs, and promoting truly transit-oriented, not just transit-adjacent development by incentivizing or requiring amenities that will facilitate transit use and encourage urban design, landscaping, and streetscape improvements. This project is located on Olympic Boulevard in a commercial district approximately 0.6 miles from the Expo Bundy station. Over the last 2 years, the applicant has worked closely with the Neighborhood Council, Adjacent Homeowners Association, Planning Department, and our office to create a building that has been designed sensitive to the residential uses to the north. Incorporating an array of architectural elements and quality materials, the facade along Butler will be a welcome addition to those in the community who pass by a vacant, underutilized site every day. The project will bring much-needed housing to our district and proposes 7 affordable units for very low-income households. The ground floor retail, setbacks, landscaping, and public parkway improvements will help to activate the street, contributing to a more vibrant, healthy community. We have submitted 2 new Q conditions and several minor amendments to the T conditions that are intended to memorialize 2 key existing design features and the parkway improvements agreed to by the applicant and by BOE. I'd like to take a minute to thank the applicant for working extensively with the community and our office over the last couple of years. And I'd also especially like to thank the Planning Department, specifically Heather Bleemers and Jake Kim, for their time and attention to detail and design, which has helped to make this an overall better project. I would like to note that we would like to strike condition number 10, as the city attorney indicated in the list of the Q conditions presented before you. We ask for a recommendation of approval with the proposed conditions. Thank you.
Thank you. So we will delete item 10 from the conditions. And any questions or comments? Item moved. So ordered. With that amendment.
Yes. So it's approved as amended.
Approved as amended. Yes. Okay. So I'm a bit confused. I was just handed a note. We have item number 5 remaining, but I was handed a note to say that was noticed for 3:30 today on the agenda.
Yes.
But we started at 2:30, so how could we were having a short agenda today?
Mr. Chair, the notices had to go out 10 days prior to the meeting, and so when we sent out the notices on on June 6th, the meeting was at that time set to start at 3:30, but since the notices have gone out, things have changed. So at this time, it's 2 more minutes, and then we can have the hearing.
No, 10 more minutes, right? 10.
It's not 3:28?
It's 3:20.
Oh, so sorry.
So we will adjourn and reconvene at 3:30. Are the parties here? Item number 5.
The appellant Pamela Irwin is here.
One of the appellants. There's several appellants. One of the appellants is here. Yeah. So we will adjourn and come back at 3:30. We will call the meeting back to order for the Planning, Land Use and Management Committee. Mr. Englander, myself. Back there? Oh, okay, are present. And if we could have staff give a brief overview on this item, please.
Sure. Item 5, Councilman, is an appeal by Pamela Irwin from the decision of the Board of Building and Safety Commissioners relative to a haul route application to export 5,968 cubic yards of earth at 3729 through 3735 South Bentley Avenue in CD5.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, council members. My name is Jason Healy. I'm with the Department of Building and Safety, the Commission Office. On May 12th, 2015, the Board of Building and Safety Commissioners approved a haul route for 5,968 cubic yards from the property. In doing so, they also accepted the conditions that were referenced in the May 7th staff report. Additionally, they found the project categorically exempt pursuant to the notice of exemption that was prepared by the Department of City Planning. That concludes what I have to say. If you have any further questions, I'll be available.
Sure. Thank you. Pamela Irwin.
Good afternoon. Thank you. I'm here to object to the project and to the haul route. I do not believe that there's been a noise mitigation study or analysis done on this project. What's more is I think it's dangerous for the school and the children in the haul route. So it would need, at the very least, a different route. But there should still be a noise mitigation analysis done first and an impact study or assessment. That hasn't been done yet. I'm also objecting to the project overall as it will totally change the character of this neighborhood. It will be the tallest building on the street, 5 stories, when everything else is 2 stories or less. This is when our forefathers planned this neighborhood. You can tell that they planned it to be single-family homes with an allowance for some small impact multiple families. So we're talking about 2 little triplex units that they're going to be tearing down single story and displacing the lower income of those with this 5-story 25-unit building. We also have a real parking problem and traffic problem on this small street as it is. So that, with the noise impact and all of the other impact it'll have in this neighborhood, it's very, very dangerous. And that I'm respectfully asking that this be reconsidered, because I think it is not in the cities or the neighborhoods or anybody's best interest to do this, except for one person, and that's the developer, who will make money and leave. I know that the City Council just approved a minimum wage hike to $15 an hour. If the city continues to allow these lower income or moderate income units to be demolished in favor of brand new, very expensive housing, that rate hike is not going to help anybody. You're still going to have a major problem. So as much as I love to see development and new buildings and nice new paint on things, this is not really doing a service for the city or for the people, the residents in this city or on this street, and it's not helping for affordable housing. they're taking out 6 and replacing with 2. So it's really just a level of greed, and I know that you all have a fiduciary duty to the citizens of this city to take care of everyone equally and to take everyone's best interests into account, not just developers. So I would respectfully ask that you order a noise assessment done and a noise study, and that you please postpone this project until that can be done. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Do you have any questions for me?
No questions on my end. No questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Shaw Bayless from Council District 5.
Good afternoon, council members. Sean Bayless, council member, Paul Kretz, planning and land use guy. This is a density bonus project in our district. We're here on the Hall Route appeal. The council member has concerns with the path of travel, but the problem is we're not quite sure how to tweak it. Right now, the trucks, as they come in, drive past a school with young children and then down a single-family residential street. We were certainly hoping to avoid that. I don't know if staff has any suggestions, but we're not quite sure how to figure out a new route in without sending it through more single-family residential streets to avoid it, or doing a U-turn on Venice, which causes probably some very practical safety concerns. So without a clear alternative, if we do stick with the current route of the incoming trucks, we would ask that a condition be added that the developer work with the school to make sure that any school activities that for some reason would take those kids on or off site, the developer be aware and that they coordinate to make sure that those two paths don't cross. We did limit the hours of the trucks coming in from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. That should certainly curb most of those concerns. But again, if this path stays the same, we would like to see that condition added.
What was the last point you made?
That the condition be added that the developer be required to contact the school and check their schedule. We don't want to see a noon field trip leaving the site, and then we've got 100 dump trucks coming in or going out to interfere with that. I'm sorry.
There are several sessions of nursery school that go in during the morning at all different hours.
Okay. It was brought up that also there are nursery schools that have cars coming in and going out, and again, hopefully the later start time instead of 7 a.m., but instead the 9 a.m. Helps with that. But again, if there are larger nurseries in the area, we'd also ask that the developer reach out to them as well.
So, do you have any conditions you are proposing that we amend this? One is on, if you could repeat those?
Just one condition, that the developer be required to coordinate with the neighboring schools to address any conflicting schedules for students who are coming onto or leaving the site.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what's before us is the hauling route, not the project itself, but after review this, we want to take into account some of the mitigation measures that have already been in place in the additional condition by Council District 5, so we could move this item as amended by Council District 5's proposal to notify the schools and address any conflicting scheduling that may occur.
So are you granting the appeal, Councilman?
We are denying the appeal.
Denying the appeal, okay.
Yes.
And then adding the additional condition.
Yes, adding that one condition on that. Okay. Any? So ordered. Thank you. Next item.
Public comment, Council.
Public comment. No public comment. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.